Hey everybody, it's Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside. Just wanted to let you know that Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune and the Correspondences and Astrological Information are up at the blog over at I'mSteppingAside.com. The blog is called Stepping Aside. It's a witch and herbalism blog, and I do affiliate marketing, so you'll see some ads and you'll see stuff like that. But I just do that to have to help defray blog costs and stuff. The thing is though, the payouts don't happen every time. You have to like accrue a certain amount. Some people pay out monthly, but most of the time you got to accrue like $50 minimum or $100 minimum. So you'll go forever without getting paid, and that's where I'm at. So anyway, it's just very, very few do that, and so I'm still waiting. Anyway. Things are never what you seem, what they seem to be, and you discover that, when you all too often when you host a blog and you start to monetize it, it's like, okay, is what I'm doing even going to do that? And you figure, oh well, maybe once every 3 years I might get a paycheck. So I don't know whether it's worth it to do it or not. I don't know. Maybe I would do better just by removing everything and just doing donations. It's like, see, I'm not running ads. I saw that on one person's doing that. It's like, I'm not running ads, so donations would be appreciated so I can keep the blog going. I don't know. It's a weird place for bloggers anymore. I think there's just so many of us. There's so many websites out there, and I found one that was basically co-opting my work and did it without permission, and it seemed like kind of an aggregate site for and they had my correspondences and astrological information. I also found Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune up on some sites, and so I had to put a disclaimer. I had it there somewhere before, and I don't know where it went, but anyway, I put it on the side panel of my blog, and I have it stickied up at the top of each post and also at the bottom to remind people that, if you're going to embed my work anywhere, that's one thing if you share it to social media, but if you're going to actually embed it in a website or somewhere, then you need to let me know and you need to ask permission. It's copyrighted material. It's mine, and you can't just simply use it. So not without checking with me. And then I'm going to want to see your site. If I feel comfortable, then I might let you do it. But if you're running ads, then basically you're making money off my work. And so if you're going to do that, then you have to actually pay me for it. I'll require that, and I'll decide, depending on what you want to do and how much of my work you want to put on your site, how much that's going to cost you to do it. But if you're going to use me to make money, then you're going to have to pay me for that. And so that's just how I feel about it. And I would suspect other bloggers do as well. We get these things called pingbacks, so we know when people do this. I get notified with all of it. So I know when people are taking my work, and even though they might say where it's from, you're still taking someone's work without permission. So don't do that. You want to quote something out of something I've written, as long as you attribute it, as long as it's not too much and it's very, very clear where it came from. That would be one thing. If you're using something I wrote to drive home a point, that's one thing, I suppose, but I still would like to know that you're going to do that in advance. I'd like to know what it's involved in and all of that. I think that it matters. Sometimes your work can be used in a way that doesn't reflect your work or your intention. And so I think that it really, with the way that we're seeing some of the news that's brought out there, and some of these less than reputable news sites, these less than reputable websites, and you can Google fake news sites and you'll get a list of the ones you've got to be careful with. They take little pieces, and they create something else. And I don't know any writer, any author, any blogger that would want their work used that way. So that's what I had to do. And it's just been a weird week. This started last week and about a week ago. And I was getting the pingbacks before that, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about it. So finally I contacted the guy, and so far it seems like he's not doing it anymore, and that's fine. I appreciate that. Thank you for not infringing on my sovereignty that way. So anymore. So anyway, again, just check out the stuff I write over wherever I write it, and I really appreciate that. And uh, give it a like if you want to. So anyway, thanks so much for checking everything out, and have a wonderful day. And we'll check in again if I do anything else, and if you need to know anything else. And just be good to yourself, be good to one another, stay safe, stay home, stay apart, stay protected. Do it for yourself, do it for everybody else, because that's okay. That's what we should be doing. This other stuff is weird and icky feeling and scary, and I don't want that with people. I want to be able to connect with people in a way that's safe and healthy and protects them and protects me, and that we can all feel comfortable in that whole experience instead of worrying, oh my God, what's going to happen now? So anyway, have a wonderful day and blessed be.